Alright guys, so it's been a while. The reason why is because I just moved to a new house closer to this AMC, not the other AMC. So today I'm gonna go see Lion King in IMAX 3D. Really nervous about this movie. The Lion King is my favorite animated movie of all time. So I just hope this movie doesn't ruin anything. So it's gonna be in IMAX 3D. Let's go.
Then experience 1,000 more.
Alright guys, so I'm sorry if there's been a lack of videos. I moved to a new house, so that takes up a lot of time. The only movie that I did catch, of course, was Lion King, which I am going to review in just a second. I just want to show you guys real quick what I got for the new, or what my dad got for the new house. Basically, I got this movie room, this loft, and my dad recently purchased a 86-inch 4K TV. Of course, I got the Lion King playing right now, since it seems appropriate for this video. And I also got this Dolby Atmos surround sound soundbar, 5.1.2 surround sound. So of course it has that overhead effect. It shoots up the noise up to the ceiling, and of course it bounces back, and then you get that overhead effect. So yeah, it's really nice. I'll showcase it in another video, but right now we're going to talk about the remake of The Lion King, of course, the new 2019 version, live action version, if you want to call it live action, even though it was completely animated. But let's talk about it. It looks like for now I'm gonna review this movie just like this, just simply because I don't have anywhere to film my videos in this new house. But let's talk about this new Lion King movie. It's directed by Jon Favreau, and I was really excited for this movie when it first got announced, because this movie was like announced on the heels of the success of The Jungle Book, which I really enjoy a lot. I think it's a really good movie, and you know, I was really excited to see what Jon Favreau could do with this new live action computer generated version of The Lion King, and I was excited to see what he could bring to the story, if he could bring any new characters, any new plot points to the movie. And I was excited to see how that would work out, since it really worked out for The Jungle Book, and it really worked out for Aladdin recently, just a few months ago. Of course, they added new characters to that movie. They added some new story plot points, and that's the reason why I thought that movie really worked. So I was really excited for this movie. It was my third most anticipated movie this year, and the reason why alone is because the original Lion King is my favorite, not just Disney movie, but my favorite animated movie of all time. I just love this movie so much, and honestly, if they were going to do something live action with this movie, at least, you know, make it something different. And let's begin with some of the positives. The voice cast here is amazing. Of course, Donald Glover as adult Simba, Beyonce as adult Nala, Pumbaa as not Pumbaa, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, which by the way is perfect casting. And they got James Earl Jones back as the voice of Mufasa. So the voice casting is really good. It looks like they really had a lot of fun in the voicing booth, voicing these characters, and I just really like the voice cast a lot, and they did a really good job. And the presentation in the movie overall, the movie is gorgeous. The visuals are amazing. The visuals, again, they're realistic. They look realistic, so it looks like they really took a lot of time, and it was all made on a computer. This whole movie was all generated in a computer, and it was really impressive. So the overall presentation of this movie, I would say, is quite flawless. Like, the presentation of this movie is just overall just so damn perfect. And some of the action scenes in this movie, like the final action scenes between some of the lions and the hyenas, really work a lot in live action. But like the actual movie itself, like, honestly, Lion King is one of those movies that just can't be touched, because they can't really be remade. Because not just because the original version is already perfect enough as it is, but because it's not going to work the same way in live action as it works in animated. Like, it's not going to have the same effect that the animated version had on me. Like, take for example the characters. The characters in the original version, they're cartoons, so basically they're allowed to have like facial expressions, and they're allowed to have that cartoonish look to them. So the fact that the characters have facial expressions in the original movie makes the characters feel lively and makes them feel it really makes them feel like it makes them feel human. And that's what I really like about that original movie. Like, the characters are basically given these kind of like human traits, and they're brought in all into a cartoon, and it really works for that movie really well. And for this movie, since they're making these characters look like they're like actual animals, live action animals, they basically can't have facial expressions, or else they're going to look really goofy or really weird. So the face expressions are, the face expressions in the original movie is something that really worked in the original movie, but something that doesn't work in this movie, because it makes these characters have no emotions, basically. It kind of makes them at least feel that way. So that's something that really did not work in that movie. And another, like the original movie is already good enough how it is, because like the musical numbers, like for example, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, the musical number in the original movie, like you have all these colors all over the place, and all these animals doing these various different things, and it's just such a musical number that's just filled with life, and it's just so beautiful in animation. And here in live action, they basically have Simba and Nala just kind of like sing the lyrics to this song and just run around and sing the lyrics, and that's basically the whole musical number. And it's still a nice musical number, but it just doesn't have the same effect that it did when I watched the animated version. So therefore the movie, it's the same exact thing as the original movie. Like, at least to Aladdin's credit, the new live action Aladdin movie, at least that movie added some new characters and some new like story elements that really made the movie feel like something fresh and something that we already haven't seen in the original Aladdin movie. But in this movie's case, it's the same exact movie, same exact characters, same exact story, same exact dialogue. They really didn't do an effort to change anything about this movie, and they basically copied and pasted the original movie, and they brought it all into this new movie, just with, of course, better CG. But it's the same exact movie, and for that very reason, this movie just really feels lazy, and it feels like they really didn't get creative when it came to making this movie. Like, really, it felt like the only effort it felt like that was brought into this movie was, of course, the amazing CG and the voice acting. But it just like, again, the movie doesn't really work in live action, because these characters will not be given expressions, and therefore they're not going to feel like they're human like they were in the original movie. And the musical numbers and certain scenes like that just don't translate well to live action. Like, the movie doesn't really translate well to live action as much as it thinks it does. So I'm brokenhearted about this movie. Like, I'm actually really sad about this movie. I'm not saying I hate this movie. I don't think that this is a bad movie at all. Again, it's the same exact story. So, same exact story that I already love. Just, it's a watered down version of the original Lion King. So, I'll leave it at that. I do kind of like the movie for a lot of things. But, like, overall, there are a lot of things that just do not translate well into this new adaptation of this movie. Overall, I'm going to leave this movie ungraded, because I really don't know what to give this movie. But if I were to give it, it would be something kind of positive. But as of now, like, my recommendation, at least for this movie, would be stay at home, watch the original version, and wait for the live action version of this movie to come to Redbox or the new Disney streaming service, and watch it at home. Or if you really want to watch this movie, and if you're a huge Lion King fan like me, then go ahead, go watch it on a matinee or something, or discount day, I don't know. But do yourself a favor, and if you're going to watch this movie, watch it in IMAX 3D, because the movie looks stunning in IMAX 3D. The movie fills up the whole screen, so it just immerses you to this new world of Pride Rock, and it looks really beautiful in IMAX 3D, and the 3D has some depth and it works really nice. But overall, Lion King, it's an okay movie. It's not even close to the original movie, so of course this is always going to be the best one. Don't even compete with the original movie, because this will forever be the better version of the Lion King. So anyways, have you guys seen Lion King? If you guys seen it, what did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.